Hey, what's up you guys? After Show Reacts here. Today I'm going to be reacting to some more of The 100. This is season 4, episode, I think it's 5? Yes. I was supposed to react to this on Monday, and I totally intended to, but my voice, was like non-existent from like the, I had a wedding over the weekend, and I was singing and yelling and screaming, and it is what it is. I thought that my voice would come back by the time that I'd have to record, but it was too much. And then there was yesterday. I just felt kind of out of it. I started some anti-anxiety medication recently, and yeah, it's been very odd. Like every now and then, I just feel really dazed, like really glazed over. I don't know. It's a bit odd. So yeah, but here I am today. I apologize for these being a little bit late. I do what I can, I'm sorry. Yeah, let's go over the comments. Those props are cool. I kind of want to get a set. Sky Ripper is such a badass name, but spelled so odd. Yeah. That is very weird. I hate and am angry at how Amore acts to Murphy in his situation with Ontari, and is angry at him for that. For something that he has no choice in the matter, which he even states, so her being mad at him being forced to have sex with Ontari, even though she should most likely have killed him she would have most likely killed him if he had said no, is absolutely sickening, and I completely hate it. I think she kind of stops being mad at him after he, like, explains that. I could be wrong, though. I don't know. I hate when Raven says getting to choose who lives or dies is your specialty to Clark, like she's putting this responsibility on Clark because no one else will do it except her, but then will blame her for the decisions that she makes. Yeah, it's like Clark is a scapegoat for all of their problems, and once something goes wrong or backfires, they instantly blame her for it. It's just completely rude and unnecessary. You're not wrong. I love how multiple people have noticed about Bellamy and Clark, like with Abby, Murphy, and Jaha saying, "You keep her centered," but then Bellamy turns around and being like, "No, you got it backwards." Because Clark actually keeps Bellamy centered, and without her, Bellamy is lost, and when they're without each other, there's like chaos. You're not wrong. Jaha saying, "How many people do you have to save to forgive yourself?" is a really good question, and in Bellamy's mind, he believes it would be a lot of people, but deep down, it's not the people he has to save in order to forgive himself. It's if Bellamy is able to forgive himself for the part he played in helping kill the army and all other things he did. But I honestly think even if he spends this whole season trying to redeem himself in the eyes of the others, he really needs to redeem himself and forgive himself to himself. First and foremost, before he can move forward. But knowing Bellamy as a character and all the guilt, blame, and pain he puts himself through, it's going to take a very, very, very long time for him to come to terms with that, or beginning to come to terms. Yeah, I agree. It's just like, I just didn't like the way that Jaha was like, look, basically, it just came across as Jaha being like, I've forgiven myself. Now we have to move on. Like, how about the people you hurt, Jaha? How about those people? I don't like it. Especially at the beginning of the episode when Raven says, remember that when we're starving, and Bellamy's like, I won't be starving because I won't be inside. That is him in his mindset thinking that because of the things he's done previously, that he doesn't deserve a spot in the Ark when they seal it up, and he's ready to be outside when the radiation hits. Yeah. Oh my god, my nose is so itchy. I just put makeup on and my nose is really itchy, so like now I'm just scratching the makeup off. It's rough being a girl. Which takes me to the scene where Clark is making the list. She's looking over at a list and she looks over at sleeping Bellamy. By the way, is the first time we see this boy actually sleeping throughout the show. And she puts his name down on the 99th spot because despite what he's done, Clark believes that Bellamy deserves a spot on the list, and then moves on to the 100th spot where she hesitates putting her own name on the list because she believes that after what she's done for them to survive, she doesn't deserve to be on the list. So when Bellamy wakes up and she says to herself, if I'm on that list, then you're on that list, meaning if you think I'm worthy enough to be on that list despite the things I've done, then you should also be worthy enough to be on that list too. So when Clark doesn't, that's when Bellamy takes the pen from her and writes her name down. That scene is symbolizing that despite what the other has done, sorry, people are yelling and screaming outside. Despite what the other has done, that they believe in one another, and believe that they deserve to survive when the radiation death wave comes. I find it to be very special. Yeah, it was very touching. Yeah. I love that Luna is becoming a key part of the story, finding out that Nightblood works against radiation, and they can use the Nightblood by getting the Nightblood from her, so that could make the other people Nightbloods as well, so they could survive the radiation that way. It's a very clever way to bringing Luna back into the story and also progressing the story forward. Yes, I'm curious what it's going to mean for like the commander role, because that means that, you know, anyone could be the commander going forward if we're, you know, turning everybody into Nightbloods. So I don't know. Amori stopped being mad at Murphy the second he mentioned he had no choice. There you go. It doesn't change the fact that she was mad at him for something he couldn't control in the first place. Well, she didn't know. Like, she didn't know. Like, when it comes down to it, he and Amori have only known each other for like a few months, tops. I mean, you know, you find out that he was sleeping with someone else. I can see why you jump to the conclusion, I think. Okay, looks like a conversation was made. Let's move on. Yeah, if the door opens from the inside and isn't open yet, then A, they're dead. Or B, you're about to tell a room full of a room full of people hiding out from radiation that it had been safe for a while now, but they've just missed out on their chance to see fluorescent forests and sea monsters. Oh, by the way, I know we're the ones who destroyed your bunker door and everything, but you're gonna have to find a way to fix it within 2 months. Just make sure you fix it correctly so you don't end up like your friends in the next room over. Raven not giving the medicine to Abby was the right decision. You can't give a quarter of your radiation meds to people. It has a very slim chance of helping, not when radiation is going to be their main obstacle for the rest of their lives. Raven was wrong for her jab at Clark about her being the one choosing whether people live or die. Hey Raven, you did the same thing this very episode. That is true. That is true. It's just a stressful situation, I think. I feel for Clark here because Raven was the one who insisted on Clark making the list in the first place. Clark makes the list while thinking logically for the spots of the soldiers, young women who can give birth, and then even though it's pretty harsh looking into people's medical records to see if there would be a drain on medical resources. People in this show look to Clark to make the hard decisions for them, and then it backfires and they blame Clark for it anyway. And that's what sucks the most. I like Jaha's idea of a random lottery so everyone can be included, but at the same time, I understand why Clark would be hesitant about it since, like she said, there might be a chance that there might not be any doctors or engineers. I think when it comes down to it, they should have categories and like pick a certain amount from every category of people. Otherwise, yeah, it's just gonna be a mess. For all you know, you could just pick all men. This is when my hatred for Echo grew tenfold. Like, she has the audacity to fight Octavia, stab her in the stomach, and then looked all sad as she watched her fall, like she wasn't the one that just did it. Oh god, the Bellamy scene gets me every fucking time. He sees the sword drops, and from that he just instantly knows something's wrong. And he doesn't want to believe it at first, then it just sinks, which is why falls to his knees, gripping the bars as he starts crying and screaming. Like, his last scream at the end fucking kills me, because you can tell despite what they've been through, Bellamy loves Octavia with his whole heart and soul. So to him being in a world where Octavia isn't is soul crushing. He would be absolutely dead inside if she was actually dead, but for now he only thinks that, which is heartbreaking. Yeah. Though it's funny thinking about how behind the scenes of that scene, how Zach McGowan, who plays Rowan, and Tesaya Tellers, who plays Echo, were like making fun of Bob Marley for being in a corner and poking him about getting him to cry harder for the scene. But I think Bob still did an amazing job, because he certainly ripped my heart out. Oh, I didn't know that. Really? Okay. Why be mad at Echo for following her king's orders? She did everything that she could for there not to be a fight. She wanted to bring Octavia back. Octavia was the one hell-bent on fighting her way out. I mean, it's understandable why Octavia wouldn't want to be taken alive by Echo because of the things she's done. Because, again, she's the reason Gina died. She threatened Clark and then threatened Sky Crew. I think that's enough reason to be mad and hate her for her actions, even if she's just been following orders. I mean, I hate characters for less reason, to be honest, so I'm not going to judge you for hating her. I hate Matt Donovan just for existing. Anyways. She survived because she fell in the water, not the ground. They need to believe Octavia is dead, so they don't expect her. While it's very unlikely that she would survive in the real world, I think it would be possible depending on how she landed in the water, despite a TV show's got a TV... Also, TV show's got a TV show. I'm just glad they revealed it at the end of the episode instead of making us believe she was dead for a while, because that would have annoyed me with them revealing it right away. Makes it better in my opinion. I disagree strongly. It annoys me that they revealed it immediately. It's very shock value, and I don't appreciate that, to be honest. Also, there's absolutely no way for Octavia to have survived the fall if this were real. The water in that river looked much too shallow to break her fall. This is an extreme case of... TV show's got a TV show. If this were anywhere close to real, and it's already far-fetched as it is, she would have broken a bunch of stuff on impact, most likely her neck, which would have paralyzed her for life or worse, killed her on impact. I would have accepted two outcomes for this fall. A, she's actually dead. The end. It sucks, but it's the most acceptable outcome of the scene. B, She's found unconscious by an outcast grounder, somehow didn't break her neck, and can over the course of the rest of the season be nursed back to health, where after she goes after the entirety of Asgada and slaughters them because she's Octavia after all, further lending credence to the name Sky Ripper. Or C, Tatsu / Katana finds her and brings her back to life. That's an Arrow reference in case you didn't get it. Well, I'm glad she didn't die. I'm glad too, but I don't think that we should be giving a shock value. I don't know. It's frustrating, I think. She's one of my favorite characters, even if unrealistic. It's nice that they didn't lead us to believe she was dead for very long. I would have hated if they didn't reveal she would survive for a couple more episodes. I like to believe that Octavia was just a 1 in a million chance type of person that survived. I know I'm just making excuses. I just love her, lol. Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking that too. At least they could have had her unconscious. Maybe her armor became loose in the fall. I can believe that her armor helped her brace for the impact of the water because it was pretty high up, but she should have had more cuts on her and exposed areas, and the stomach isn't as harmless an area to stab as TV always makes it out to be. I'd almost like to have seen where Octavia takes a coagulant, blood-thickening agent, in preparation from being hunted. A warrior must have some basic medical herbs on hand for such an occasion. I didn't even think of it, a coagulant. Kane hasn't told Rowan about any of their plans. He hasn't told Rowan that they are rebuilding Arcadia to protect only Sky Crew. Not telling Rowan is probably the smart move since it wouldn't have gone over well. It looks much worse when Rowan finds out on his own though. I don't blame him for arresting Bellamy and Kane. As far as he knows, Sky Crew is doing everything they can to save their own people while doing nothing to save the Grounders. I mean, when you put it that way, Clark's story this season is 100% a mirror of her father's story. She is doing everything her father was against. I believe, yeah. I agree with your comments about Jasper. I'm glad they decided to tell his PTSD story. I absolutely hate his character now, though. People say they understand where Jasper's going through, but then they contradict themselves when they say they hate his character or find him annoying, even through mental health issues right now. Yes, I know at the same time his actions are self-destructive to himself and other people around him, but at the same time I understand why he just wants to live his life in the now, knowing he's going to die in 6 or 2 months. That he's got left to live anyway. Yes, I'm frustrated with his actions, but I don't find him annoying or hate him for it. I kind of do, though. Like, what can I say? I just get irritated very easily. And he's just really irritating. Like, I do understand. I do. That doesn't mean that it's not annoying. Like, I can feel 2 things at once. You know? My bad. I mentioned that one of the faces you saw in the City of Light was Ontari. I meant Emori. Turns out we're both stupid, but at least we're fun stupid. So there's that. So Murphy said he didn't have a choice staying with Ontari while this whole Ellie thing was going down. So I'm guessing Murphy got sexually assaulted. Then he looked pretty happy about it at the time, though. Yeah, that's... I think they just played that scene wrong. Yeah. Does that still count, or did he really have no choice and just justify that he cheated? I don't know. Like, I think they filmed it in a way that just came off as really gross. I'm sorry, but if you say something like, the things I gotta do to survive while having a smirk on your face before getting into it with another girl, I had no choice, seems a bit, I like Murphy. I hate Judas, though. Dude knew what he was doing. They did just play it wrong. I think if it was the other, like if the genders were reversed, it would be completely different. It would have been played completely different as well. I think it was just a badly written scene. I don't know. I think you know the actress playing this new Flamekeeper, Indra's daughter. He is a very recent She's a very recent obsession of Joe. She moved to Paris, so he moved there too. Her name escapes me, but you should know who I'm talking about. Yes, I think her name was like... Huh? I don't know, actually. No idea, I don't remember. But, yes. I can't believe I didn't even notice. Yeah, I remember you talking about this in voice, wondering how Becca was walking around on the surface with all the radiation, and I was just sitting there trying not to say anything, which doesn't come natural to me, as we both know, because I'll say whatever the fuck is on my mind. Nightbloods are pretty much more adapt to overcome radiation. Sorry, but I have to agree with Jasper. I don't think he's annoying. Some people take life way too serious and thus lack a sense of humor. I kind of hate those kind of people. I know he's super depressed, I know the feels, and sees this whole thing as a way out, but come on, live a little. It would already be depressing enough knowing the world is coming to an end. Do we need to be serious 102% of the time? I get that lives are at the stake and all that, but if I were there, I'd try and keep the humor alive too, because if I'd be forced to be serious the entire time, I'd rather just run headfirst into prime fire than be stuck inside with some boring losers. I mean, there's a difference between, like, what Jasper did and, like, you know, keeping the humor alive, though. Like, when it comes down to it, like, he pretended that he was, like, being burned by acid rain and, like, freaked people out. Like, what if it was real acid rain and, like, Monty was trying to go out there to help him? Like, he would have got Monty, like, severely hurt if that was the real case. It's a difference between, like, you know, playing some music to lighten the mood and that, I think. Just give me a moment. Sorry, though. Sorry. Let's continue. But I do have to agree with you, though. Just for trying to tell everyone about the list, that was annoying. Just because you're not happy doesn't mean you have to sabotage things for everyone else. They need people to work together. Alright, Monty, seems like the secret is out. Chaos incoming. 3, 2, 1. Exactly! Holding a lottery for people who get to survive is fucking stupid. You're gonna end up with a bunch of people who serve no purpose being there. Well, this is what we're doing apparently. Echo, you went a bit overboard on the wall paint, my girl. And the stabbing Octavia? Not cool. Not cool. Oh look, it's the bunker we've seen in the intro since the start of the season. I didn't even notice. Yeah, this bunker does look like a great place to hang out, but I doubt it fits a fuck ton of people. You don't know how big it is. I mean, you probably do know how big it is, but I don't know how big it is. I haven't seen the extent of the size. True. A fall like that and getting stabbed as well, Octavia would have been dead if this was real life, but this is a TV show, and if you can learn anything from a TV show, it's that if you're a badass, you're just gonna walk that shit off. Yeah. Yeah, I guess. I think it takes away, like, the severity of, like, people's injuries and stuff, though. Like, if they just walk it off. Like, if you see someone getting all, like, beat up and bloody and cracks, and you hear all those cracks and everything, and then the next episode they're walking around fine, it's like, why was I worried about you, you know? You're not even hurt. Anyways, let's get into the episode.
We can do this, Jackson. We know that Becca figured it out. Luna's proof of that. If it's not in the database, we reverse engineer it from Luna's blood. I need a new sample.
What's going
Where's
on?
Luna? She's sleeping, and we should let her. We've taken too much already. Her body needs time.
We don't have time. Wait. You're right. I'm sorry. Help me rerun molecular valence test on samples.
What is going on with you?
Copy that. Abby, listen to this.
What the hell?
According to the record, Becca first developed what we know as night blood.
Why are you flying?
Mining company.
How are you flying?
Mining.
Long-duration space missions. Criminals were put into hypersleep.
What the fuck's going on?
and given night blood to protect against solar radiation.
Nice of her to share that with her ancestors on the Ark. I don't understand. The night blood protein chains are broken. How did she get them to bind to the blood cells?
I thought you hated molecular biology.
Raven.
What the hell is going on?
She's seizing.
Grab her neck.
Okay. On her side. On her side.
I got it.
I have a Reaper stick in my bag. Get it. Hurry. Okay, baby. Okay, Manny. Hold her.
I got it.
What the hell? That was weird. Oh, that is the bunker. Hey. Who dat? Oh, of course.
Clark! Octavia? She just stopped breathing. Get her on
You
the
brought her
table.
here.
There's a stab wound in her belly. She's
Why
soaked
did you
in
bring her
blood.
here?
Who are you? How did this happen to her?
Ilian, come to Shanaku. I was on my way home from Polis when I found her.
Why did you help her?
Okay, get her to medical. Now!
Getting her here saved her life. Thank you.
Hey. Shh, it's okay. It's okay. You're okay. Octavia, you've lost a lot of blood, but you're home now. I'm gonna help you.
What's she talking about?
Octavia. Hey, stay with me. War is here. Take her. Go.
What is up with the war paint, you guys?
Hold up.
We don't get him
You
like
got that quick.
Osodons come up. And don't get lama.
No way be like Octavia done kick through ice whistle. Oh, they sleeping.
But she did.
We need to talk.
A little late for that. Ranger! Lock one head in!
I have that.
Okay, we got their attention.
Remember, no one fires unless fired upon.
The radiation is our enemy, not the Ice Nation.
Smart plan, I guess.
Lead Hanande in.
Your move, one-hitter.
minutes. That's all I ask.
Wait, where's she going? What if it's a trap?
It is a trap. We're already in it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, shooters, they're moving towards the cave.
Let the king go.
Wait a second. Who's still targeting?
Damn it. What are you doing, Riley?
Your target is the army.
Clark is negotiating with their king. Stop targeting. Riley?
Respond.
Negotiating with these people is a waste of time.
We have the high ground.
We have the guns. We should just take them
Do you
out.
think you're Obi-Wan?
Negative.
We stick to the plan.
You really think...
Ice Nation gives a damn about your plan. I have a clear shot on the king.
I don't care if you have a clear shot on the king. Everyone had a clear shot on the king.
If you do this, it will be a massacre.
You need to stand out. Right now.
Riley.
Don't be an idiot, dude.
He shouldn't be here. Not after what they did to him. Okay, the king is clear. Archers, the first gunshot you hear, loose your arrows. Infantry on my command, scatter and climb. Kill till there's no one left.
This is insane.
They knew you were coming. We have thousands of rounds. You'll be
He's
the ones with
wondering.
no one left.
He's
Then
wondering
let's
if
hope
maybe
no one
Octavia
shoots.
did survive.
What is it? He thought they had the element of surprise. But we did. Someone warned them.
You think it was Octavia?
She's alive.
He has hope.
I have to warn them. You did. Sky Crew soldiers went to meet Rowan's army. How did I get here? A man brought you to Shana Crew. You're lucky if he hadn't have found you. Alien.
People were just letting him roam around. A grounder.
Abby, what happened when you tried to get the Nightblood protein to bond with Luna's DNA?
The structure of the RNA fell apart. Why?
Abby, she just had a seizure.
Because I think I know why Becca couldn't make it work in this lab. Computer, show me prototype Nightblood RNA binding in a 0G environment.
It would work. How do we simulate zero gravity in a laboratory environment?
We can't. It's impossible.
It's impossible on Earth. Ali said that Becca went to space looking for a more secure environment to get away from her, but I don't think that was the reason at all. I think she went to space to make Nightblood.
Raven, how does that help us? It's not as though we can go back into space.
Wanna bet? Computer. Open interior blast and launch doors.
So she just has a spare one? What is up with the music?
Who wants to go for a ride?
Costa, you got eyes on Riley?
Went to take a leak.
How long ago?
I don't know. Not long.
Did he leave his rifle?
Negative. Took it with him. Left his radio, though.
Maybe he went home.
Why did we save this guy?
We're headed to that cave to execute the king of the people that made him a slave. Any other choices I'm missing?
Wait. You'll never make it past the army. What are you doing?
stopping a war.
Marty, what are you doing? Maintain your position. Repeat, maintain your position.
Rowan, this isn't a conspiracy. I am doing everything I can to save all of us.
No, you're not. You grieve for
is.
Alexa, yet you learned nothing from her. She was tree crew, but she rose above loyalty to clan. You tell yourself you have to. The great Juan Heda, the commander of death, says she wants to save everyone, yet builds a ship for herself. For her
Not
people.
builds. It was already
The
built.
Nightblood solution will save everyone.
I don't believe in miracles.
It doesn't have to be like this.
Yes, it does. The way I see it, you have two choices. Tell your shooters to stand down. Give us your ship. And use whatever time we have left to find your Nightblood solution. Or tell them to open fire.
We have more bullets than you have men. You'll lose.
Maybe. We'll both take losses. Kane and Bellamy among them.
You think you can shake my resolve? I was willing to sacrifice my own mother to stop Allie.
And I was willing to sacrifice mine to help you. Ain't we a pair? Fight it is.
Wait. What if we share it?
Stop! I'm unarmed. I need to talk to whoever's in charge.
Is Octavia alive?
Speak.
One of our people has moved out of formation. I have reason to believe he's trying to kill your king.
Why are you telling me this?
Why do you think he's telling you this? He's trying to stop a massacre. Who is it?
Riley.
Riley. He shouldn't even be here.
It seems to be the consensus.
You and you, or get it kamai. Savants.
Wait! If our snipers see archers on the move, they'll open fire. Tell her.
Those are our orders.
I will not allow my king to be assassinated.
He doesn't have to be. I know, Riley. Let me come with you. I can stop him.
Do you think me a fool, Bellamy?
You'd be a dead fool if you step out of this kill box without me. Use Monty's radio and let Kane tell them we're working together to find Riley and they'll let us pass.
This is Chancellor Kane.
Sir, are you all right?
Listen, Bellamy's working with one of theirs to find Riley. You let them through, understood?
Copy that.
He's gonna. I didn't even. That guy has a number plate on his fucking armor.
Put it on this one. If I'm not back before the sun goes past the trees, kill the hostages.
Frickin' Riley, man.
So much for building trust.
Raven, your brain scan showed evidence of a stroke. I'm afraid that if you keep pushing like this, it's just gonna make things worse.
I've been through worse, Doc.
Not worse than this. Raven, it could kill you.
Could or will. So what? I survived long enough for everyone else to die? I can't do that, Abby. Even if it costs me my life. You have to let me go.
Abby, wait. Why haven't you had any symptoms? They used the EMP on you too.
Because we both know that brain trauma can induce entirely different symptoms in different people.
Still, Abby, we have to scan your brain too.
I'll let you know if I have any headaches.
Why are you not scanning your brain too?
50 spots apiece. I can live with that.
Can your people? They wanted war.
I'm a king, Clark. I don't have to ask my people what they want. The real question is, how are you going to sell this to your people? They won't be happy about losing half their seats in the lifeboat.
We don't need to be happy. We need to survive.
If Sky Crew won't follow you, when the time comes to close the door, ask Getter will see that it's done.
Well, let's hope it never comes to that.
Usutai chorap komjus.
Usutai chorap komjus.
We should be close. Follow my lead. If he fires that gun, we'll be at war.
Whatever you say.
This fucking idiot here is gonna ruin everything.
There. Riley! Riley, stop! You don't want to do this.
Get out of here, Bellamy.
Echo, wait. If you fire, he will. Riley, listen to me. Pulling that trigger won't end anything. Kane and Monty will be executed, and our side will open fire. It'll be a bloodbath.
You're a prisoner.
I
You
don't
just
care,
say what they
dude.
want you to say. I know all about that.
I don't care.
I'm done
Listen
with
to
this.
him.
Move or I'll kill you too.
Riley, stand down. Okay, I am begging you. I know how you feel about them, and I know what they did to you. Your life was saved for a reason, and this isn't it. Please. Don't. Okay, don't. He's listening to me. Aren't you, Riley? Trust me when I tell you, if this turns into a massacre, it will never get out of your head. War made me a murderer. Don't let it happen to you.
I don't care that he was a prisoner. I don't know who he is. I don't really care, to be honest. Get over your petties, okay? Just fucking the world's ending. Get over it.
Alien, no!
Take it we're not at war?
Not today.
Whatever you do here, it won't bring your family back.
No one needs to die. You should leave.
Please, the engine room is right below us. If it blows, you'll destroy the whole ship.
That's the idea.
In the ship.
I was a prisoner on this ship. I hate this place. But now, we need it. If we can't crack Nightblood, we'll share Arcadia. Find a way for us to survive together. Million, please don't do this.
Were you in the City of Light? No. Then you'll never understand.
No, Alien!
Well, this plan's going to shit.
It came from Arcadia.
Nobody was there? Nobody? Where were all you guys when the guy was just walking around doing nothing?
Nyla. What the hell are you doing?
Making sure you don't die.
I have to find my sister.
Are they... Hopefully they told the archers and stuff to stand down, because it's definitely nighttime.
Are you okay? I'm okay. Help Octavia. Monty, take Nyla.
I got you.
It was Alien. I tried to stop him.
Well, there goes the ark. There is no backup plan now. now you're seeing things.
Why didn't you tell me you were coming? Honey.
You're running out of time, Mom.
Okay. Alrighty, well that was the 100, season 4, episode 5. Oh, that dude, everyone is stupid as fuck. Like, just listen, like, the world's ending. I don't care about your, like, revenge plan. Like, the world is ending. Get over it, dude. I'm sorry. It's just frustrating. I'm, like, running out of sympathies right now. Yeah, so looks like Abby might also be at risk. I don't know. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.